see right through my heart, I can't pretend. And when I finally meet you, time won't have an end. And I see you happy, smiling over dreams. 'Cause when you close your eyes, I know you think of me. So maybe I need the eyes of a child to keep my mind free and my heart running wild. On a mountaintop for all the world to see. And all I hope is they see you inside of me. Oh, I believe love is free with every part of me. Oh, I know you are everything. You are everything. You are everything. Is it crazy that I'm dancing in the rain? And I'm smiling 'cause there's no more days to pay. There's a fire inside of me, and it burns so bright with the life you give to me. I know it's real 'cause we're not trying. It's all love 'cause there's no fighting. Don't know much about much, I know. But I tell you, I believe love is free with every part of me. Oh, I know you are everything. You are everything. You are everything. Yeah, you see me at my highs and in my lows. You're the key to life, there's no place else to go. And when the leaves fall down and the world knows seasons change, you're the only thing that's always stayed the same. Alright. Yeah, you did for me what I couldn't do for myself. Yeah, you gave me a name and a story I could tell. Since you came into my life, I ain't been the same. 'Cause I can see you in the stars and in the rain. Oh, I believe love is free with every part of me. Oh, I know you are everything. You are everything. You are everything.
What are some of your favorite memories of Party Fowl?
So obviously I love this team a whole bunch, and so the memories are endless.
My favorite aspect is just how we all come together as a team and support each other. Like the best memory I had as far as like that, the environment was my first tournament at Rookie Ride when we did the Circle of Love.
Mm-hmm.
And just doing that after every tournament and being able to compliment each other and to just take a step away from the competitiveness and just support each other is really amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I mentioned how big of a deal it was for me to be like on a team, right? Because I was homeschooled. There wasn't really a lot of team sport. Like I said, I swam, but that's still an individual thing. And so being able to have this the team mentality and everyone kind of fighting for each other was just a really great thing to experience, something that I was really glad to be able to, because it's something I always wanted to do.
Whenever I have to think of favorite memories, it's kind of off the field stuff. It's going to a new city, it's roaming around Manhattan, Kansas with the team, you know. We've just always all been like super close back in the day. There'd be 12 of us in one hotel room watching Mean Girls together and all making fun of each other and enjoying Ultimate, but like the conversations would go to music, to politics, movies, and everyone was so different but also just kind of like similar, and so we just all got along super well.
I get really excited with Rookie Ride because you see how much young talent we have with the team, and like it just shows how far we can go with this year and also with the coming years.
Joining the team and like having all of the upperclassmen be like really great mentors to me and like the other rookies was really cool, and like I felt like almost immediately like that I was becoming a part of this awesome family.
There was that point against Harding where I think they threw a zone on us, and we just we were rushing it throughout the game, and we just kind of said like, okay, let's calm down, let's have a good zone. And maybe 50 passes in, and we're still going strong, and like we're just slowly working it down the field, and everyone's keeping control of it, and there's a slight wind, but no one's really done anything too iffy, and so like we were able to just have the composure to walk the disc down the field slowly, and you could kind of feel the excitement building as we got closer and closer to the end zone, swinging it back and forth, and finally we put it in, and just everyone, while you're swinging it and stuff, you have to be really calm. You can't like betray any emotions or anything. You have to, you know, still be focused. And as soon as it went in, everyone just went nuts. So it just went from like this very calm, quiet play, almost like a golf. It was almost like a golf gallery in calmness, just straight to like very hype college basketball crowd level. Like immediately, it was very rewarding.
I had a blast whenever everybody came to my house in Fayetteville last year for Harvest Moon. It was super fun having everybody under the same roof and just kind of like piling in there. After the first day of the tournament, we all like rolled out, and it was really funny because everybody was like crying and having so much fun together.
I really enjoy the Harvest tournaments. I enjoy the goofiness of them. It was still competitive, but the like spirit, like ultimate spirit, the spirit of the game is like really present on the field with all the teams between the teams, and everyone wants to win, but everyone's also there to have fun. Stuff happens like VZ entering in like the pole dancing contest with the firefighter strippers and things like that.
Yeah,
it was pretty good.
Another one that I really enjoyed was actually Flatland Freezer my first year.
Oh yeah.
Again, there was only I think like 8 of us there. We had 1 sub. We should have won that. It was, you know, we were the best team there. We probably should have won that tournament. We didn't, but it was an interesting experience to feel like, hey, we're not super outclassed here. We're better than these guys. I was still fairly new then, but I had a moment with Ian actually, where we kind of ran this give and go like halfway up the field on the sideline.
Oh, sweet.
And then, of course, there was another time we had a bye, so for like 45 minutes, the entire team was huddled together in the bathroom.
To stay warm.
Right, yeah. So that was fun, too. I got to know Slow on that tournament more than I ever had before.
At least for this season, some of the best moments were probably one when we beat Texas Arlington on Universe Point at Dust Bowl, and then also at Greatest Crusade, Leo's sweet layout catch, because that pumped up the whole team and definitely got me going. And then just in general, watching the team kind of grow this year, it seemed like we really became a family. I know everyone on the team is my best friends, so that was a lot of fun.
We were just throwing around, and then Claire jumped on my back, and somebody like threw the disc, and so like we were like a mega person, so she like reached up, she almost caught it, but that was really fun, really cool.
Just the classic crevice, what's an ass blank, sir, yelling sir at people going down the road. Like we just had, we're a very silly team, and I love that a lot because we just all got along so well. You know, Steven would have us over for Rock Band, and like the entire team would be there, and we'd all be playing Rock Band, you know, singing.
The favorite play that I actually was involved in was probably the back-to-back Hucks against TCU, even though we lost. I got to show him the old man has some wheels. Time Joe tried to throw me a hammer.
At sectionals this year, when Claire and I got to play on the same point, and we actually scored that point, so that was really cool.
Yeah, it's been a great 4 years, and I don't regret any of it.
Do you have any favorite memories with Joe and Ryan on the team? Or just in general?
Well, most of my favorite memories with them were hanging out outside of the team environment. It was always fun going out with them. But yeah, just hanging out with them, you know, whether it was disc golf or just hanging out in Joe's apartment or going out, it was always fun. And they were always there when I was bored and needed something to do.
I mean, I just love those guys, love playing with them. It's a lot of fun. And then, as far as specific instances, between Ryan and Joe, they had a great moment this year in the first semester where Joe just yelled at Ryan to huck it to him, and Ryan did it, and it worked, and it was the coolest moment between them that I remember this year. And then Chisholm, I don't know, me and him are buddies now, and it's been fun becoming friends with him, and watching him try so hard to make it work with his hammer, but never getting to do it.
I know Chisholm was on the team last year a bit, but I didn't remember him a ton. So when I first got back, I was here for like a week before classes start, and I said, does anyone want to throw? And he was always up. And like every day for a week, I would meet him on the old U to throw.
Oh, really?
And like the first day or so, I was just talking to him, getting to know him. But after that, we talk about like sports or whatever. We talk about Frisbee stuff, what we did. And that was cool, just every single day. I didn't realize he commuted at that point either. He would be driving up, spending the 20 minutes or whatever to drive up just to throw for a while. So that was really cool.
That's super cool.
It was a couple of tournaments ago when my shins were really bothering me, and I needed to run to the store to get like those compression sock things, and I needed somebody to drive, and Joe like offered, and before that I really didn't think he liked me and like thought I was annoying and stuff, so I was like, oh man. So we like hopped in the car and we had like super great conversation, and it was just like awesome getting to know him a little bit better, and we like got the socks and hopped back in. We had like our own inside jokes, so that was cool.
When it comes to Ryan, I guess my favorite moment was when he got hit by the pole, because I've been here for years telling everyone how bad Ryan is, and finally I have definitive proof. You're not a genius, alright? Please just get out there and, you know, try to make other people happy. Silence is a virtue.
One of my favorite memories of Joe on the team was last year. Joe's driving me back to our apartment, and we had been talking about just like how great the team has been going, and how we've really grown in the past semester, playing at tournaments and at practices. Yeah, and just talking about the potential that we have. And at the end of it, we got out of the car, grabbed our stuff, and we were starting to head our separate ways. And Joe just kind of turned to me and he said, "Yeah, man, like I love Party Fowl. Just like the team has really become like a family. We look out for each other, and we really like want the best for each other."
Chisholm's a great guy. Like he's so nice. It's only been 1 year with him on the team and stuff, but like I remember at the beginning of the year he kind of asked like, "Hey, can someone help teach me how to cut?" So I took him out to Hartwell, and I just kind of like showed him how I cut and how I try to, you know, get into the mind of the other team and stuff. And I just kind of, whenever I had the disc and I needed someone downfield, Chisholm was there. You know, he was the one person who like could see, oh, Joe loves flick side break cuts. Let me go to the flick side break cut side, and he'd be right there. And
when Ryan cut open his head, we were getting ready to go to the ER, and I was like, hey, I can drive a stick, because he drives a stick. So I was like, I'll take you to the airport. And by airport, I mean hospital. And so I told him that I'd take him to the hospital and drive him because I know how to drive a stick. Then we get in the car, and he's holding like a sock to his head to stop the bleeding. And I just sit in the car, put the key in, and then I just like, oh shoot, what am I supposed to do now? Because I had to back out first, and so that was where my confidence was a little bit lacking. And he goes, you know, like, are you sure you know how to drive a stick? I was like, yeah, I know how to drive a stick. He goes, you know, like, I can drive, like, if you need me to. I was like, no, I got it. And then thankfully Matt called, and he was able to drive us to the hospital. But yeah, that's fun times.
I really enjoy throwing with Chisholm. Chisholm is always wanting to throw the disc, like, no matter what time of day. Like, if you look at the text, and if someone said, hey, who wants to throw, it's like 90% of the time you can bet it's Chisholm. Joe, I remember my first tournament was Harvest my freshman year, and because I sort of showed up late, and I got to share a bed with Joe, and it was really weird. But now looking back on it, it's not weird. It's really awesome. Because I like Joe.
So Joe, actually, my freshman year, before I was even on the team, at the end of the year, I had just played the toilet bowl, the John Flag football game, and he was out throwing with some guys, and I went and talked to him, like, hey, how do you like throw it forehand like that? I was So when he actually showed me, I just talked to him because he was the one who was there. He taught me how to throw a flip, and I thought that was cool. He's actually the reason I joined Party Fowl. Don't tell him that.
Okay.
I love watching Ryan single-handedly storm the field whenever something cool happens. He is like sprinting to the end zone like all the time to give fist bumps, to give high fives, to give shoulder jumps, and he's just been like a super huge brightening to my ultimate experience.
Do you have anything you'd like to tell the rest of the team? Any words of advice since you've been on this earth longer than any of us have been?
My advice is just to have fun while you can. Once you get out in the real world, you don't always find those groups or those environments. It can be hard, so really enjoy this and enjoy these people and stay in contact with them. I know I will. Even I'm looking at moving to Norman, but I'll definitely come up here on the weekends and try to come to some practices and stuff.
Life advice is just say yes to more stuff. You know, people like to say no because it's easy, but the more you say yes and get yourself out there, the more fun you have. You know, like exploring that stadium at Ultimate 101. Like Jimmy came with us, most of the people said no and just kind of stayed on the sideline watching another game, which was, it's fun and all, you know, watching Ultimate and stuff and having a cuddle puddle. But, you know, how many times do you get to go up to a crazy stadium with like, that drops off a ton? And just always be open to new opportunities. Once I missed team dinner because we were in Manhattan, Kansas, and behind our hotel was a river with some train tracks, and I walked maybe a mile, 2 miles down the train tracks just to see what there was, and there wasn't anything to see. It was just train tracks, but I don't regret missing the dinner. There's also an Aldi's next door, so that was fine when it came to food. When it comes to ultimate advice, people are so quick to kind of dismiss themselves when it comes to ultimate and say like, oh, I can't catch, I can't throw. But this is the sport, more so than any other sport, where you can feel yourself getting better each time you go out. So I think being open to the ability to get better is really the most important thing.
I see people playing really, really well, and it's like I can't play that well, so because there's someone better than me, I think that leads me to think that I'm not as good as I can be. So just the confidence to know that you can definitely, like everyone on the team can definitely contribute.
Everything comes down to being confident in your throws, because Ultimate is a sport, the more confident you are in your throws, the better you are, but you also can't be too confident and not get better. So it's an interesting one, but I believe every single person has the ability to be the best player on the team.
Better now.
Except Stuart.
But no one ever was. Get them is my real test. To train them is my cause. Better now. Pokemon.
Like a bull chasing the matadors, a man left to his own schemes. Everybody needs someone beside him, shining like a lighthouse from the sea. Brother, let me be your shelter, never leave you all alone. I can be the one you call when you're low. Brother, let me be your fortress when the night winds are driving home. Be the one to light the way, bring you home. Face down in the desert now, there's a cage locked around my heart. I found a way to drop the keys when my failures wouldn't, now my hands can't reach that far.